What if you could completely reinvent your life in just a few simple, powerful steps? Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding yourself in a reality where every goal you've ever dreamed of has already manifested. You've shed the old versions of yourself, the limiting beliefs, the self-doubt, and now you're living as the person you always envisioned. Sounds too good to be true? Well, what if I told you that this transformation is not only possible, but it starts with something most people overlook: brainwashing yourself. But this isn't the kind of brainwashing you might think. It's not manipulation or coercion. It's an intentional spiritual process of rewiring your mind, your identity, and ultimately your reality. It's about stepping into the person you are destined to be and aligning your thoughts, actions, and energy with that new version of yourself. Every decision, every moment becomes an opportunity to create the future you desire. And it begins with understanding one crucial truth: nothing in your life will ever change until you do. So, are you ready to unlock the secret to shifting your identity and creating the life you've always dreamed of? Get ready, because what comes next will challenge everything you think you know about transformation and show you how to brainwash yourself into a reality beyond your wildest imagination. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of spiritual transformation. In spiritual practice, becoming deeply aware of our current mindset, beliefs, and emotional state allows us to take the first step toward personal growth and enlightenment. It is through this awareness that we can begin to see our inner world clearly, without the distractions of external influences. This is where true spiritual transformation begins. Within. In the journey of self-awareness, it's essential to assess the beliefs, habits, and emotions we carry. These often come from past experiences, family, culture, and society. In many cases, these inherited patterns create an unconscious way of living that no longer serves us. We may be living in autopilot mode, responding to life's challenges from old, outdated beliefs that limit our growth. Spiritual awareness allows us to step back and witness these patterns without judgment. We begin to see ourselves as the observer, rather than being entirely identified with our thoughts and emotions. Once we recognize these patterns, we open ourselves to the possibility of change. Transformation in spiritual practice is rooted in the ability to change our internal environment before we can expect any change in the outer world. Acknowledging where we currently are, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, is a vital step in creating the space for personal evolution. By recognizing the energy we embody at this moment, we realize that it's only when we change our internal state that we can shift the external circumstances of our lives. In spiritual teachings, it is often said that our external reality mirrors our inner world. Our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are powerful creators of the reality we experience. Therefore, to manifest a different life, one of peace, abundance, and harmony, we must first cultivate these qualities within. When we understand that our life is a reflection of our inner energy, we realize that we have the power to change not just our circumstances, but our entire way of being. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which we build a new way of living, one that aligns with our highest spiritual potential. As we become more conscious of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we create the opportunity to change them. This conscious shift allows us to align our perceptions with our desires and intentions. It enables us to take aligned actions that are in harmony with our spiritual path, rather than reacting from old limiting patterns. Through self-awareness, we become empowered to consciously create the life we want, and in doing so, begin to live from a place of intention and spiritual alignment. In spiritual growth, one of the most powerful steps is breaking free from the past. We often carry the weight of past experiences, failures, and judgments, which can influence our present reality in ways that limit our potential. However, the past does not define us unless we allow it to. Each moment is an opportunity for spiritual renewal, and we have the power to release the past and step into a new version of ourselves. The past can be a heavy burden if we continue to carry the limiting beliefs that were instilled in us by others or by our own past experiences. These beliefs may stem from childhood, past relationships, or even failures we've encountered along the way. Often, we unconsciously allow these beliefs to shape our current identity, trapping us in a cycle of negativity and self-doubt. To truly break free, we must first recognize that these limiting beliefs are not truths about who we are, but rather stories that we have created or inherited. In spiritual practice, we come to understand that the stories we tell ourselves are not our permanent reality. When we begin to consciously detach from the negative narratives shaped by past experiences, we create space for healing and growth. The past may have been filled with pain or disappointment, but it does not have to define us moving forward. In spiritual teachings, we are reminded that we are not our experiences, nor are we the mistakes we've made. We are divine beings with infinite potential, and the power to create a new path lies within us. By reframing our past in a positive, empowering light, we begin to transform our perception of ourselves and our possibilities. Rewriting our personal history doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing the painful experiences we've had, but rather learning to see them from a new perspective. We can choose to view our challenges as stepping stones to wisdom, as opportunities for growth and resilience. When we look back at past failures, we can reframe them as lessons rather than as evidence of our inadequacy. This shift in perception allows us to release the shame or guilt that may have been attached to our past and to embrace a new, more compassionate view of ourselves. Through this process of detachment and reframing, we begin to forge a new self-image, one that is aligned with our spiritual truth and our highest potential. By letting go of past pain and failure, we can step into a future filled with possibility and joy. We create a new identity based on love, forgiveness, and empowerment, which serves our goals and allows us to manifest the life we truly desire. Breaking free from the past is a spiritual practice that frees us from the chains of limitation and enables us to live fully in the present moment, with an open heart and a renewed sense of purpose. Visualization and mental rehearsal are powerful spiritual tools that can accelerate personal transformation and align us with our highest potential. In the realm of spirituality, the mind is often seen as a vehicle for creating and manifesting the life we desire. Just as a sculptor envisions the masterpiece within the block of stone, we can use our imagination to visualize the life we want to create, and in doing so, we begin to embody that reality. Mental rehearsal plays a crucial role in shaping the identity we wish to embody. When we visualize our desired state, whether it's financial success, career advancement, personal growth, or emotional healing, we mentally rehearse the experience as though it has already come to fruition. By vividly imagining ourselves in our ideal state, we are not merely daydreaming but actively engaging in the spiritual practice of manifestation. This process creates a deep connection between our current self and our desired future, helping us bridge the gap between where we are and where we want to be. In spiritual teachings, it's emphasized that our thoughts and intentions have a profound impact on the energy we attract. Visualization strengthens this connection by encouraging us to experience our success in the present moment, as if it's already unfolding. This method activates the law of attraction, where our internal state, our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs begin to harmonize with the external world. By consistently visualizing our goals, we align our energetic frequency with the reality we seek to create. Furthermore, consistent visualization helps retrain the brain to create new neural pathways that are in alignment with our future goals. The more we imagine ourselves achieving success, the more our brain begins to associate success with our new identity. It shifts our mental programming from one of limitation and self-doubt to one of abundance and possibility. As we mentally rehearse the life we desire, we condition our mind to believe that it is not only possible, but inevitable. This new mindset creates a powerful shift in our behaviors and actions, pushing us to take aligned steps toward our goals. Visualization also activates the subconscious mind, guiding it to seek out opportunities that match our new identity. When we hold a vision of success and firmly believe in its attainment, our subconscious begins to filter out the obstacles and focus on the opportunities that will bring us closer to our goals. The power of visualization lies not just in seeing the end result, but in the faith that the opportunities, resources, and people we need are already making their way toward us. In spiritual practice, visualization is a reminder that our thoughts are not passive, they are active creators of our reality. By consciously rehearsing the life we desire, we are planting the seeds of transformation within us, and in time, the external world will mirror the inner shifts we have made. In the journey of spiritual growth, the power of consistency cannot be overstated. Transforming your identity is not a singular event, but an ongoing process that requires daily effort, commitment, and dedication. Spiritual teachings often emphasize the importance of gradual, steady growth, as the evolution of self is not about overnight changes, but about the small, intentional steps we take each day. Consistency is the force that solidifies the shift in identity, turning a temporary change into a lasting transformation. To truly embody a new identity, every decision we make must reflect our commitment to the person we are becoming. Spirituality teaches us that we are not passive participants in our own lives, but active creators of our reality. The smallest of actions, how we speak to ourselves, the choices we make in difficult moments, how we interact with others, must align with the energy of the version of ourselves we want to become. Each thought, each action, and each behavior is an opportunity to reaffirm our new self, reinforcing the changes we are consciously making. By staying consistent in these small decisions, we begin to shift our inner landscape and align more fully with our desired reality. The spiritual practice of consistency also teaches us to show up every day, even when it feels challenging or when external results seem slow in coming. Just as the universe operates in cycles of growth and renewal, so too does our personal transformation. The process is not always linear. There will be days when the old patterns resurface or when the new identity feels distant or unattainable. However, spirituality reminds us that even in moments of doubt, the act of showing up with intention matters. Consistency is about reaffirming your commitment to your new self, regardless of external circumstances. It is through this daily reaffirmation that we build the strength and resilience to stay on course, even when the path seems uncertain. Without consistency, the changes we seek can remain fragile and temporary. Old patterns of thought and behavior are deeply ingrained in our subconscious, and they have a tendency to resurface if we don't actively work to replace them. Spiritual teachings often remind us that our subconscious mind thrives on repetition, and it is only through consistently embodying the new identity that we can replace the old one. The new identity requires new habits, new routines, and new thought patterns, each one reinforcing the version of ourselves we are becoming. Over time, these new practices become second nature, and the old, limiting identity begins to fade away. Ultimately, the power of consistency in the identity shift lies in its ability to slowly but surely transform us. Through consistent effort and dedication, we align our thoughts, actions, and behaviors with our spiritual truth, eventually creating a life that reflects our highest potential. It is the power of daily practice, whether through meditation, positive affirmations, self-reflection, or purposeful actions, that turns the seeds of change into a flourishing reality. Consistency builds the foundation for lasting transformation, helping us embody the person we are meant to be. In spiritual practice, embracing challenges as opportunities is one of the most powerful shifts we can make on our journey of growth. Challenges are often seen through the lens of fear or failure, but when viewed from a spiritual perspective, they can be transformative moments that propel us toward our true potential. Spiritual teachings emphasize that obstacles are not punishments, but invitations to step deeper into our authentic selves. By choosing to see challenges as opportunities for growth, we move away from a victim mentality and into the power of self-mastery. When we face difficulty, our first instinct may be to resist or avoid it. This resistance, however, keeps us stuck in old patterns and prevents us from stepping into our new identity. Spirituality teaches us that resistance is an illusion. The more we fight against challenges, the more we remain attached to the fear that they generate. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, we are encouraged to view them as essential steps on our spiritual path. They are the universe's way of inviting us to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Each challenge we encounter is an opportunity to expand our consciousness and evolve into the version of ourselves we are meant to be. The key to embodying a new identity lies in knowing that we have the inner strength to face any challenge with resilience and determination. Spiritual teachings often highlight the importance of surrendering to the process of growth, trusting that every difficulty holds a lesson that will help us refine our character. Resilience comes from a deep knowing that we are capable of navigating any storm. By shifting our perspective and recognizing that challenges are here to teach us, we empower ourselves to respond with grace and confidence rather than fear or frustration. This resilience builds a solid foundation for the new identity we are cultivating. As we overcome each challenge, we strengthen our belief in our new identity. Spirituality teaches us that the obstacles we face are mirrors of the inner work we are doing. When we rise above a challenge, we prove to ourselves that we are aligned with the energy of growth, transformation, and purpose. Every time we meet a difficulty and emerge stronger, we reinforce our commitment to the path we've chosen. These victories, no matter how small, act as stepping stones toward our greater goals, reminding us that we are capable of more than we initially thought. Rather than avoiding discomfort, spirituality encourages us to actively seek out challenges that push us further into the person we are becoming. Growth is rarely comfortable, but it is in the discomfort that we find our true strength. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to embody the qualities of our new identity: courage, wisdom, and perseverance. By stepping into the unknown with faith and trust, we allow ourselves to expand beyond our previous limitations, ultimately becoming the person we are destined to be. Embracing challenges in this way transforms them from obstacles into opportunities for deep spiritual and personal growth. In the realm of spirituality, one of the most overlooked aspects of transformation is the profound impact our environment has on our personal identity. Our surroundings, both physical and social, play an essential role in shaping the person we are and the person we are becoming. Spiritual teachings often emphasize the interconnectedness between the individual and their environment, suggesting that the world around us mirrors the state of our inner being. If we are to shift our identity and embody a new version of ourselves, we must be conscious of the environments we immerse ourselves in. The environment you surround yourself with can either support or hinder the process of identity transformation. Spirituality teaches us that our energy is influenced by everything we interact with, from the people we spend time with to the spaces we inhabit. If you want to embody a new identity, whether it's one of abundance, confidence, or peace, you must cultivate an environment that reflects and nurtures these qualities. This may mean seeking out people who encourage your growth, engage with those who share your vision, or even rearranging your living space to feel aligned with your goals. When your environment supports your new identity, it serves as a constant reminder of who you are becoming, reinforcing your transformation every day. It's equally important to eliminate any influences that reinforce your old, limiting identity. Spiritual growth requires letting go of what no longer serves us, and this includes distancing ourselves from people, situations, or places that hold us back. Often we stay in environments that keep us tethered to our old identity, whether it's toxic relationships, negative social circles, or environments that drain our energy. To truly shift our identity, we must be brave enough to release these influences, recognizing that they are perpetuating the limitations we are striving to overcome. As we let go of these old influences, we create space for the new self to flourish. Creating a supportive environment is key to ensuring that we remain on track with our transformation. Spirituality teaches us that we are not isolated entities, but deeply connected to the energy around us. By intentionally choosing environments that nurture our growth, we align ourselves with higher vibrational energies that support our goals. This could involve joining communities that resonate with your aspirations, finding mentors who encourage your journey, or simply creating a physical space that feels empowering and aligned with your vision. When our environment reflects our inner transformation, it becomes a powerful tool in manifesting our desires. In this process, we must remember that our environment is not just a passive backdrop to our lives, but an active participant in our growth. It can either encourage us to stay stuck in old habits or propel us toward new levels of success and fulfillment. By consciously designing a supportive environment, physically, socially, and emotionally, we set ourselves up for success in shifting our identity. Every step we take to align our surroundings with our vision makes it easier to embody the person we wish to become and helps us stay focused on our goals, ensuring that we remain on a path of continued spiritual and personal growth. And there you have it, the powerful steps to brainwashing yourself into a new reality. Remember, the transformation starts within, and every single day is an opportunity to align yourself with the future you want to create. Don't let old patterns hold you back. Embrace the new version of yourself and watch as your life begins to reflect that change. Now, I want to hear from you. In the comments below, share one belief or habit you're ready to release and what new identity you're choosing to step into. Let's inspire each other on this journey of transformation. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more life-changing content. Until next time, stay focused, stay committed, and remember, your new reality is waiting for you.